Hi guys, Ghost Raven here. Welcome back to another episode of Skylines 2. Hope you're doing well today. So we're going to follow our car or a new person arriving into the city. We're going to follow him into the city and see where he, she, wherever this family, the Shelley family, is now going to go and live. Nice home away from home. I'm going to speed it up. Let's see where they're going to go. Let's come off the first main off-ramp. It's the main part of the city. Oh, he's coming into the underground parking lot. This is probably the Shelley family here. That's the Johnson family. So the Shelley family have got lost in the underground parking, guys. Wait. We have life. Moving in, Shelley family. There we go. Maybe it took them a little while to park their car. Maybe the corners under there are quite tight, so. Pedestrian crossing. Look how small these houses are. I think we're going to need to do a little bit of an upgrade to this section of the city. Bring in some more high density people, I think. Or high density residents. Here's our guy walking along. Okay, so I know I'm probably going to want to bring in some more mixed residential. So this poor guy's walking into the city, and as he's walking in, houses are being demolished in front of his eyes. Cheap as that tram almost hit him. Just waiting for these houses to be demolished. It will happen automatically just over time. This is as fast as the simulation is running at the moment. 3 times speed, 121,000 people. Not doing too badly. Just parking off on the corner for a little bit of a rest. Not much shade here. Shame. There we go. So he's moved into this apartment, into one of the mixed residentials, which is exactly what we're going to be doing now on these 2 blocks. Cool. So we're going to add a park. And let's just delete that road so we can add another park in there. Okay, and I'm going to add... No. That's not what I wanted to do at all. It's because I got the wrong tool on, so just make sure we've got the right tool selected. And I only want to select 6x6, 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 6x6. And get all 4 coming in, and then we can get another 4 coming in if there's enough demand, of course. There should be. Excuse me. There we go. Perfect. Okay. And we do have a little bit of a tree sitting there, or a bush or something, so I'm just going to remove that because I am going to want to use our famous line tool. And sorry, I'm choosing the wrong things, and I want to choose the tree that we normally choose. I want to choose the right age. I want to bring the distance down, and I want to just bring it up by 1, and I want to just allow it to automatically distance themselves as best as possible. Okay, so there we go, some detailing in, and we've got some more mixed residential coming in, and I think I want to do the same thing on this side. Quite a bit of rezoning it seems at the moment, but that's fine. We kind of expected it to happen. The city does need to grow. And because the tram lines are running down these roads, I want them to be able to have much higher residential buildings. And I can show you if I pause the simulation here and I go into the tram line has a stop here. And this is basically like a residential unit. So it makes more sense if there's a park that runs through here so people can walk through. And there's much higher residential, some shops underneath so people can do a little bit of shopping while they're waiting for the tram, etc., etc. So here comes our tram. Just help the simulation along a bit and delete some of these houses. A slow residential, so when we knock them out, we are making people homeless, but it's such a small amount in comparison to what the size of the buildings we are going to put in. So I'm not too concerned about that. There doesn't seem to be any trees or any bushes along that sort of tree line. So let's put in another 4. I hate it when it makes 2 buildings. And has made 2 buildings again on the side over here. So I'm just going to remove that. Cool. Okay, and then the line tool again, and I'm going to just drag it across there. See, now it makes much more sense. Now that the tram stops here, literally the tram stop is right there. So now they can walk across the park, they can get to and from this side a lot easier. I think I'm going to start bringing in some more high residential on this corner. Probably in the corners of the city, start putting some high residential in. Okay, so let's just get another tree line in here. Got to choose the right tool. Okay, so I'm going to choose the line tool. Doesn't work 100% all the time. You just have to, if it does that, you just click the tree again, and then the line tool will then come up again. Okay, perfect. Cool. Okay, and then we want to do the same thing on this side. So we want to bring in a park in the middle and a park in the middle. Doesn't seem to be too much demand for commercial at the moment. Just want to grow it steady but surely. Delete that bush. And any main roads that have, ooh, new signature building, Kane Residence. That looks very nice. Maybe we should put that in our new spot. How big is it? Oh, it's very nice. Okay, so before this building comes in, I think I'm going to run it off that street. And we lose a building, but we get a really cool building. Really is proper downtown. Noisy, lots of traffic. So it's a Kane Residence, spoke suites, dresses made in the bottom floor, tailor shop with high-end residents fill the upper floors. So high-end residence, that's super cool. Okay, and the same thing again. I'm just going to use the line tool, see that broke again, so I'm just going to click the tree again. Sometimes it works perfectly and other times it doesn't, so I just go with the flow. See, we didn't get a tree on the end there, so we can just do one there. Perfect. Okay, so got a lot of mixed residential coming in. We've got a new building in here, a unique building. Maintain well-being within 2 kilometers, and it adds more attractiveness, which will bring in more tourists, which will help hopefully these guys. We have made some adjustments to that, but it doesn't seem to be making much difference. So I went in and I said, okay, any food and any lodging is going to be 0% tax. So their businesses are still struggling, even with the 0% tax break. So I don't think there's enough tourists in the city. See, it's basically food and it's lodging. So it's hotels. Really don't have a lot of people coming in, obviously. Okay, so let's start thinking about the upgrade on this side. So I want to expand out. So before we expand, let's just have a look at the land layout. So we do have some fertile land here, and if my memory serves me correctly, we do have some oil deposits on that side. So I want to bring in a shipping lane or shipping yard and help the train ferry the goods from the shipping yard all the way through to the train station here, the cargo train terminal in the middle of the city. So I might want to put in another train station, but then going in the opposite direction and then going out to the, we can hook it up to the airport, and as well as we can hook it up to the ocean. So let's have a look at buy some tiles. So we just want to be a little bit strategic about this. So I do want access to the sea. Okay, so I'm going to buy those tiles. and I'm going to buy those tiles. We have access to intersection. I'm probably going to build my own in, because that's going to cost us 6 mil, so that's fine. I'm going to purchase that. That gives us the space to play with a little bit. Cool. Okay, so I'm going to just bring this grid structure out a little bit, just so that we can see where we're going and what we're going to do, just from a spacing perspective. So 360, 480, we'll go up by 480, see if we can go up by 480 again. Perfect, okay, and then we're going to come down by 168. That doesn't look straight. Okay, so I'm just going to choose make sure that tool's correct. The 90 wasn't snapping to 90 degrees at all. Okay, so 168.
You're listening to Naughty Nan breaking all
Nice.
the
Okay, I don't know if we're going to be able
rules
to
on
fit in
the
another one.
smooth beat.
No, not really. Okay, so we're just going to go from this side. Just want to lay out and see how many grids we've got. Use all the available land we do have. I mean, this could be nice industrial as well, you know. It really just depends on what we want to do. Okay, so the farmlands were, from what I remember, or right across here. So we can do... It's basically a 3x3, so we can probably put in... We'll put in a chicken farm there. Put in one... we're not going to have enough space. Okay, so let's just see. That's good for a 3x3. We can just do smaller lots. I think we can just do smaller lots, because this over here is 1, 2, 3, 4. So it would be really nice if we can actually go out one more. You see now it's then going over the sea. Well, over the water, so we can't do that. Okay, that's fine. So we'll just work with what we do have. I'm just trying to think what the best layout is for these things. If we do a one there, one there. Okay, so we can just check. So that's pretty much all fertile. So I want to put the chicken farm, but the chicken farm doesn't need as much space as this. The chicken farm only needs half of it. Okay, so let's put in, and we don't actually even need that much space either. Oh no, man, I'm properly messing this up. Okay, so let's just fix our mistake. Easy fix. I don't think we're going to be able to come out. Okay, we are. So if we snap. Just gives us something to work with on the end here. We could also terraform some land. So we could make that a possibility as well. Okay, so we do have road access and highway access into the area. And then this was way too large, so I'm going to just fix that. And I'm just going to use that tool up so we can see where across the bay we can hook up the roads. Okay, perfect. So we just resolved that issue. So let's be a little bit more clever about this. Okay, so it's basically a 3x3, and then maybe we can wrap the highway around here. So if we come out, excuse me, if we come out 168 from here, that's not straight at all. I don't know why it's not snapping to the 90 degrees. Okay, so let's just try. Put all the snapping guides on. 168, there we go. Okay, so we're going to have the highway. Make sure we choose a parallel tool. Okay. And then what we can do is we can just delete this end of this highway, use the parallel tool, or just bring it out a little bit, there like that. And then we can use the curve tool to bring it in. Okay, so now our highway can swing around that way. It's not an issue for people, which is exactly what you want. Okay, so we're going to just go out 168. Have a little bit of fertile soil on this side. You know, maybe we can just manipulate it to ourselves. 168, 120. Wait. 168. Okay, just so we have an idea. I'm going to remove that for now. Okay, so we are going to want to bring in shipping. So let's have a look at what we've got. We've got a harbor and we've got a cargo harbor. So we want to bring in the cargo harbor. Looks like it's going to fit in quite nicely over there. Perfect. Okay, so that obviously needs road access. So we should be able to run a road off the back of it. Okay, and because it's quite a big, I'm actually going to do a slightly bigger road, just because it is a harbor, and we know it's going to have a lot of traffic. There is going to be a lot going on out there. Okay, so I want to bring in a new interchange. So if I delete this, and I choose one of the interchanges, I'm going to choose that one. Just make sure which one is on the ground and which one is above the ground, because you can see one is raised and one is normal. Okay, so we're going to try and hook it up with our current highway. Super sensitive. And I accidentally just right click there and I messed the whole thing up. Okay, so let's just try that again. Okay. Okay. Let's try and hook this up. So this comes out a little bit far. So I think immediately I'm going to want to, so they've got a double. I'm going to bring a triple off, and I'm going to use, so I need to come off that way. There we go. Okay, so that's hooked up. And then what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably just going to bring it down to a normal highway. We'll just use a 3-lane. And we don't need the parallel tool because I'm going to just draw it out that way. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook up the 3 lanes with the 2 lanes. Okay, let's just do 2 lanes. I think that's going to be easier. Yep. And it's also because we're on the wrong tool. Try and select the same node. And they should not be allowed to do any sort of U-turns or anything on here. What's going on here? It's also got to come down a little bit. Okay, we have to just make it a little bit bigger, which is fine. It's not an absolute train smash. Okay, so we're kind of coming off at a weird angle here. So we are going to probably put more industrial, and there is our oil. So we've actually gone and put our interchange and stuff right over the center of our oil. So we can have a little bit of oil farming and a little bit of oil farming here. So you can upgrade this with a rail line and more cargo cranes and additional warehouses. Okay, so I just want to hook this up for now. So I'm going to just bring the highway. Okay, so we're going to have problems with, because we don't have electricity, because the highway doesn't carry electricity. So what we can do is we can probably just bring in a transformer box or something on this side. But what I want to do is I want to just build up a little bit of a grid structure out on this side. So I'm going to do it from where it meets in. I'm really sorry, guys. Okay, so 160, so 360. And I just messed that up. Okay, so let's just try that again. Let's just come off a little bit further away. That's fine. So this is going to be 160 up this way. So there's 168 and then 240. Perfect. Okay, and 168 and 240. It's breaking quite badly there, which is fun. So just fix it doing that way. Okay, it's fine for now. So we do want a little bit of space if we want to add a little bit of extra storage. I think you can put a little bit of it on the water. No, you can't. Okay, and then the rail line is going to come off the side. So we can probably bring the rail line in with our road or highway, or maybe bring it above ground and split it off and actually have some tracks above ground. I think that's probably the way to go. Okay, so we've got that in. So now we need to provide electricity to it, because we don't, it doesn't have electricity because highways don't carry the electricity. Okay, so I'm going to put in just a transformer box just for now, and I'm going to put it in over there, and I'm going to carry a high capacity line from all the way from a power station. Okay, no, let's not. Let's upgrade it a little bit more. So I'm going to put a transformer station in there. I'm going to put a transformer station in there, so we can carry high electricity lines from the two. That can hook up with the main transformer station, if we can actually see what we're doing. Okay, and that'll pull electricity from there. Okay, so the other issue is if we don't have water and sewage. So we're going to have to run our own pipes under the ground. So it's probably just easier just to bring it in from the highway, or just bring it in from one of these places. So I'm going to, not very often that you're going to have squiffy lines. So I'm just going to do this for now. I'm just going to use that as our guide. We're not able to cross over the electricity line for some reason. Okay, so that should have hooked in our water and sewage. Perfect, 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 perfect. Okay, so we have our cargo harbor in place, guys. Okay, we've got, I just want to look at our public transport to make sure everything's okay. If things are being used, we don't have tram yet, so we do have this. Seems to be 58%, 38% of airplanes are being used quite nicely. So I'm going to just, when we do have a lot of people coming in, I want to just have more planes available to bring more people in. Okay, so now we need to hook up the shipping lanes because it's not hooked up to anything at the moment. And the way that you do this is by going into the shipping. And you can see you can have a wide lane, but I don't think you can draw on property that you don't own. Okay, so you can see the shipping lane is going with these fine dotted lines. So there's the shipping lane. So we want to just basically hook into that shipping lane. Okay, so what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to buy those tiles. So we should just be able to go like that. And that should be enough, I'm hoping. Let's have a look. No, it's not. Okay, so I need to buy one more. Okay. And now we should be able to... Okay, it is quite a big one, so I'm just going to bring a little one in and bring the shipping lane in so cargo ships can get in and out. So you can see that those lines have joined up. So we've actually joined up with that shipping lane. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, so the last thing we left to do is actually just setting up the cargo terminals. Okay, so we do have a train line and we do have a train depot on the side, but this train depot has already been bringing in cargo from the airport and it's also bringing in cargo from the trains. So now we don't want it to be bringing in or have it, having to worry about having 4 different lines on a single train depot. So maybe we should bring in a second train depot. But let's just see. So let's just hook up the trade routes first. Okay, so in here I can choose the cargo ship route. And from there I'm going to select and I'm going to say I want to go to there. And I want to go to there. I'm just going to pause for now. And the same with this one. I want to go there and I want to go back there. Okay, so these are cargo, so I am not too worried about the colors. That's fine. We're just going to leave it as blue ships, like this weird color blue for now. Okay, and let's run the simulation. And now that we've hooked up the trade routes, we should start getting ships coming in. Hoping. We have water and electricity, and there we have something happening, guys. We have a cargo ship. Looks like it's coming in. I don't know if that shipping lane's a little bit too small. Just got to wait for the other boat. Probably wait for the other boat. So that one's empty. So the empty one took preference over the not so empty one. Okay, we do have some trucks arriving in. So maybe they are getting ready to export stuff. That's also possible. Okay, so there we've got mail and we got cotton and we got petrochemicals. That's not exciting. Okay, I am going to put a little fire station out here. Just we don't have anything and we just reached a new milestone, which is fantastic. And I also want to put in a little police station out here. And I'm just going to put in a little medi-clinic. And I am going to put in a little mail station, a mail post office. And I'm going to bring in a communication line out here. We don't need anything major, so I'm just going to bring in a small little one out here. Okay, so we have all the basic requirements that we need. Shame our poor airport doesn't have any internet whatsoever. So let's put in a massive one over there. It didn't let me do it for some reason. Let me try that again. Oh, look at that, guys. It's because it's in line with the flight path. So it doesn't like the idea of the planes being able to crash. Very clever. Let me just show you. You can see the red lines coming up like a cone shape out. Yeah, it's awesome. Okay. So we've got our shipping in. Wow, that shipping container is full of stuff. So now we should have a bucket load of trucks coming to fetch cargo. Look at this, guys, another big one. So it's really been quite well used already. Okay, so we have 3 upgrades. We have additional cranes to help increase the speed at which loading and unloading takes place. So I think if we get busier, then that'll definitely be one of the things we'll do. Railway connections, so we are going to want to add a railway connection because we don't want to be trucking stuff in on the highways. We do have capacity on the highways, and we do have really nice highways, so it should be okay, but I'd just rather not risk it. Okay, perfect. And then let's see, so maybe we can actually bring the highway around this way and just make it like a loop. Okay, perfect. But at least we've got some of the stuff in. So we not going to worry about warehouses. I mean, we are 3,000 out of 15,000 tons. There are more ships coming. So it looks like it actually is getting worse. Let's see. No, 3,000. So we should have trucks starting to come and get some of the cargo. The road maintenance is coming out this way. They are freaking out. They're like, these roads haven't been maintained in forever. That's they're sending out 4 trucks. I don't know why one truck can't do that and the other trucks can't go elsewhere. But those are those cheeky bastards. Okay, so we said that it's not going to fit. So if we do... It was more along this way, so we could actually do those 4 as chicken, livestock. Yeah, I think we are going to definitely have to provide a bus route out this way so that workers can get out this way. It's quite far for them to be trekking in a car. Well, I mean, it is the farmland, so that's pretty much how it works. Maybe we can put in like a pedestrian train station to ferry people. There we go. Okay, so that just brings in a little bit more production. Just keep our heads above water. And our oil is definitely a bit of a problem. Not really. None of it's actually really a problem yet. But if we start expanding our industrial, which I definitely do want to start doing. So let's bring in some industrial on the side. There is demand for it, and I'm pretty sure we have capacity for jobs. 0.9% unemployment. Okay, now I was thinking about bringing in another train line in. Well, I don't think we're going to have enough trains in our train depot. I suppose we're only using 9. How's our aeroplanes doing? Only 3%. It's quite terrible. Okay, so at least we got shipping in. And we got a little bit more farmlands in. We'll carry on hooking out and setting out this area next episode. And there's just this very temporary, like quick fix, get it in so that we have it available. You can see there's lots of materials coming in, reduced and raw materials, so it's perfect for us. Okay, guys, well, I hope you really enjoyed this episode, and please give us a like and subscribe to the channel so you can get more episodes like this. And I hope you have a good day and take care, and wishing you guys all the best. Cheers. Bye.